Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams and I'm a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. I teach online voice and piano all over the world using Zoom, FaceTime, and Skype. So if you're interested in getting some lessons, please go to my website at vocalsplendor.com. And now I have 3 other ways you can interact with me. Number 1, I have a Patreon. I also have, and I'm on a website called WISIO, where you can upload a video or audio file and I can give you a reaction to it. And lastly, I have a free Facebook group where we discuss the interaction between spirituality and the creative arts. You can find everything down below in the description. All right, as for today, I'm doing another reaction video, of course, and I'm doing one of my favorite situations. I am doing another reaction to Beste Zangers. This time I'm reacting to Ruben Annink, and he is going to be performing Can't Help Falling in Love. Let's have a listen.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with.
This is such a stripped down version. You know, when I think of Can't Help Loving You, the song, I think of Elvis Presley, of course. And so Ruben was the youngest performer on this show. I mean, we had a huge crop of really well-known singers, some not so well-known. And here is Ruben. He's like just a baby, he's 20. But I've saved him for last because he has something really special, I feel, is he has a maturity that's beyond his years. And to sing even the choice of this stripped down version on the guitar, and he takes all these extra breaths, but it's not that he can't sing through the breaths, he's choosing to make more space in the song. And like I've said before with many other artists, he started this song with the eyes closed, tuning in to the feeling and the emotion. So for a young man of 20, he's got a lot going on.
Shall I stay? Would it be a sin?
Prachtig.
For I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. Oh, that was my favorite sections when he did that. He said, some things are meant to be. so much maturity in that sound in this young man. And he has so many great things, but he is not afraid of that space. He's not afraid of that negative space. And this tempo is really slow. And believe it or not, sometimes the slower tempos can be the hardest to perform because people want to speed up and they are not comfortable with all that space in between, as my husband, the drummer, calls all that subdivision. And so people tend to want to rush to stay in this slow, sweet groove is harder than it looks, and to allow all that space. So let's keep going.
Take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you.
Wauw.
Wow.
Ik ga voor Beste Zangers.
That was so sweet. And like I said, there was so much control. Maybe that's not the word. I don't mean like control, but control is maybe not the best word. I would say maturity. Maybe that's a better word. Because control makes you think of like, oh, things are out of control, I gotta control it. That's not what I mean. It's that he can stay in this very gentle and slow focus. Doesn't feel like he has to do anything more, and just tell the story, tell the emotion of the story. This is a much harder song than you think. It's actually pretty rangy, and there's a lot of range that you have to do, especially on the bridge. And it's emotional. It's really loving. So you can't just sing it with a smiley face and go, yeah, it's so much, I love you so much. Then it becomes bubblegum. And that's the thing about this young man, doesn't do that. Everything he does is from the heart. And he's a storyteller. I think of all of the singers here, I mean, they're all great, but that's one of the things that Ruben has, is he has that ability to tell a story. Now, I learned from him about the show that he's mostly a singer-songwriter. He does a lot of his own, originals, which come from a lot of his background as a young singer. And that's what a lot of great songwriters do, is they take things from their own personal life and write about it. So I was really impressed with not only his maturity, him holding his own with all these really incredible singers like Floor and Hank Port and other ones that have been very famous, and he held his own. He felt really comfortable. They all really adored him. And also I want to point out his voice, because I love the voice. Besides how he uses it to tell his stories and how he's using his phrasing to create a mood and using that negative space, he also has kind of a more mature sound in his voice, his instrument, than you'd expect for a 20-year-old. He's got a lot of richness. He's kind of got that baritone, a whiskey tenor sound, which is really interesting because that is his bone structure. He's got kind of a larger, more broader face, and faces like that tend to have a little bit more texture. I think a lot of people, when they think of a young singer, they think of a light little voice, and then older people have bigger voices, but not him. He has that really mature kind of whiskey sound already. And I've had students like that at a young age have that as well. It has to do with the bone structure of the face. So he has that rich kind of burly sound naturally at 20. So it makes you wonder where he's going to go as he gets into his middle 20s, into his 30s. It's going to be an incredible voice. And as he continues to grow, and he doesn't even need to grow. He is just going to do it because he already has such a maturity as far as how he approaches music from an inward place and really feels the music and communicates it, can completely be comfortable with this very almost naked type of arrangement where the voice and the emotions stand out. Nothing's taken away from that statement and the feeling, and his completely honest approach. I'm really excited to see more what he does after this show. So now I've actually reacted to all of the singers, Beste Zangers, at least once. And Ruben has been my last, but he certainly isn't the least, because I see great things for him. And I will be continuing to do more Beste Zangers. I think I have a thing now, and I will be doing more songs from this show, but I'm also going to be looking at some of the previous shows. So I've had many people make suggestions, and I love the show. I just love it. I'm a huge fan, and I can't wait till next year. But in the meantime, I will be doing more reactions from this season and previous seasons. All right, thanks for the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you really appreciate this Beste Zangers and you would like to support me, please subscribe and click on the bell if you haven't done already. All right, thanks for the likes, shares, and subscribes. I so appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.